Hello everyone, Matt Blocks here. This is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a long time, but I never really knew how to approach it. With the hardcore rework coming soon, and expected to release during the first quarter of TDS's update schedule, I think now is the perfect time. Today I'll be talking about how the hardcore rework could potentially save TDS from its downfall, what this update might change, and whether it's actually enough. So, let's get into the video. Like with any video like this, we first need to talk about hardcore as it is right now. Currently, hardcore has stayed almost the same since its release in late August of 2020. Not much has changed over the years, aside from a few updates like new models and the removal of mysteries. At its core, the gameplay is still the same. The bosses look the same, and the wave structure hasn't really changed either. What surprises me is that the developers are still fixing bugs in hardcore using these old systems and models, when they could instead release the rework and avoid dealing with those outdated parts entirely. That said, this doesn't come from a place of hate. I've actually enjoyed hardcore for the most part. But we need change, and I don't really understand why it took this long for the developers to finally start giving us leaks and news about a rework. That being said, I'm actually looking forward to this change. But we still have to ask an important question. Will this rework help the game in any way? My answer might surprise you, but I think the answer is yes, and I know I've been pretty negative toward the game before. And I'll admit that. But someone has to be honest about its problems. The biggest issue with hardcore right now is that it relies heavily on harsh strategies, and it ends up feeling more like a chore than a challenge. I've said before that you shouldn't need strategies just to beat hardcore. I understand that if you're using weaker or questionable towers, strategy should matter more. But overall, it shouldn't feel like a pain in the ass. Hardcore should be fun and engaging for the player, not something where you die at wave 25 just to farm gems and repeat the same run 100 times for a hardcore tower. It should feel fresh and rewarding, something that actually makes players want to come back and play because they're enjoying it. I've thought of a few ways TDS could tackle these issues with hardcore. 1. Fix matchmaking. This might seem obvious, but improving matchmaking could solve a lot of problems. Instead of relying on the TDS Discord channel, the game could queue you with actual competent players, not randoms who just spam farm and cowboy. 2. Add different attributes to enemies. Things like nimble or bloated could make waves more interesting and less predictable. Even better, these attributes could change each game, so players don't have to rely on the same old strategies every game. 3. Stop power creeping. You shouldn't, and I mean shouldn't, need hardcore towers just to beat the main mode. Instead, the rework could add an ability to boost towers, kind of like the overclock feature in BTD6. Personally, I think hardcore towers should be banned in the mode itself, though some might disagree. 4. Scaling rewards. Harder maps should give better rewards. It's simple. If a map is more challenging, players should be rewarded with an extra 100 to 300 gems. This would make grinding feel much more worthwhile. 5. Add lore. Hardcore has never really had a story, but adding a little lore could make the mode more engaging. You could bring in components from past events, link them into the story, or add occasional new content to keep it fresh. I think all of these changes could really kickstart hardcore and make it popular again. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and remember, these are just my opinions. We really don't know what the rework will bring, so here's to hoping for the best. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more TDS content. I'll see you in the next one.